course, I'm your host, Prehistoric. Follow us on all socials, capitalrapbattles.ca. Get the merch. Some people are wearing it. It's sold out tonight. I got a co-host.
Friendship Trash, everything he said. Let's just get the battle started. Hold it down, thank you. All right, let's go.
Without further ado, battler to my left. Introduce yourself. Gravity 613. I support the current thing. Hashtag virtue signal. Shouts out to no one at all.
Let's go. Let's go.
And battler to my right, making her return. Introduce yourself.
What's good? It's your girl Lil Ma. Shouts out BASG Battle Rap League. Let's get it.
All right. Lil Ma wants to go first. Gravity was cool with it.
Yeah, you're fired, bro. But just like me, you're a choker. That's why CRB gave you me. That's their way of saying that your career is over.
What?
I don't know if y'all have ever actually watched a battle performed by Gravity, but he's the only person that I know who chokes more than me in Dirty Beat. On that note, who wants to make a bet about which one of us chokes? Or the fact he's about to come with 3 rounds of sexist and short jokes? You know, it's actually a good thing that I'm short. You see, it's scientifically proven that short people are less affected by gravity. So little people like
That's fire.
So little people like me must make you so fucking mad from the lower mass and stats. Losing the fight because gravity won't affect me so bad. So if I lose my footing tonight, that's okay. Me and my career's short, but the fall will barely hurt me. You're bigger, been around longer, so the weight of the loss will cause a greater impact on you when you fall against me. Now, if I'm being completely fucking honest with you, dude, I was way more intimidated by your son than you. Because you choke so fucking much, now that's an actual fact. You're the real reason why when someone's choking, Chris started yelling, hold it down in the back.
Hold it down in the back!
Hold it down in the back!
How am I supposed to be scared of a guy who's got the body of a fucking praying mantis? Bro, you and your car...
Stop that shit!
How the fuck am I supposed to be scared of a guy who's got the body of a fucking praying mantis? Bro, you and your bars will never be as big and hard to say, I don't know, Donovan's man tits? You and your bars are as solid as a wet fucking noodle, bro. The way you've talked about your op's dick, I could swear you was a homo. For real, what the fuck is it with you talking about your opponent's dicks? It's almost all you've ever talked about. So what the fuck are you gonna say against a chick? Like, you told King D that he has a soft cock. And that is where my respect for you stopped. You've been making a lot of noise, but let's face it, Charles, you are not Xavier. You can't cook like the Phil Cam boys. They're so white and old, use salt and pepper as a flavor. Like Charles Darwin, I had to study your evolution to discover a weakness, and the results of my research left me literally speechless. In the past, there was Charles Dickens, who was a literary genius, but we got stuck with Charles Davis, who likes to talk about his fucking opponent's penis. You sure seem to have a thing for talking about dicks, and I do not think it's just because you have one. You either like the way it tastes in your mouth, or you secretly like to play with dicks for fun.
Yeah!
Yep.
That's what you...
Too many dick bars. That's some accurate shit that she talked. And she would probably know because her clit is a cock.
The irony in that. Let's go!
Now, I support diversity and inclusion as much as the next NPC, but this is a reach. When I said, do I have to slap a bitch to get a plate, it was a figure of speech. Now, I've heard of female battlers, but I never actually thought I would beat one. And now I'm standing here about to slap a hoe with the same palm I have the audience eat from. Unsanitary.
That was hard. Serve it up.
And now, for those of y'all who haven't heard, she has shat more beds than Amber Heard. I mean, God, you used to do the cringiest filler. Like MC Obnoxious pitched a bit shriller.
Look at
Yo, Reba would be like, I'm into hardcore shit like Itchy the Killer, and my pussy is magic like a witch is familiar. Yeah, that's kind of a fire bar, but it's not. Now, you used to be so cringe, some of us weren't sure if what you were doing was actually battle rap. I begged you to get your mind out the gutter. that's its natural habitat. And now, you may have gone from dumpster fire to like sometimes fire, but whoever said you could beat your uncle was a fucking liar. Now, I'm proud of your learning to date. Your bars weren't to my taste, but you're earning your place. Still, all I see when I look at you is that gif of all those hot dogs hitting that girl in the face. Now, we get what we get when we start bringing tacos to the sausage fest. Yes, uncle, also chef, and as such not impressed with this sloppy mess. Bitch dripping mayo on a platform that my art has worked harder to build. Yeah, now you know how the sausage is made, and yet you're starved and have not had your fill. Speaking of filler, Ma, what's got more? Your bars, your bra, or your grill? Time.
So you want to know the real reason why most of us are happy that the mandates are lifted? Nothing to do with COVID. We're all just happy we don't have to listen to your bitching. In fact, you nagged so fucking much that your gender started switching. You nagged so fucking much that your gender started switching. And now you're up here slut-shaming, which is actually a chick thing. Because only chicks care about if I am or I'm not a slut. Dudes only care about if I am down to fuck. And I know I lost against Bartone, but this is a travesty. Y'all really got me out here battling gravity? This is how you can tell that CRB is actually mad at me. It's fucking insanity. Legit. The audacity. How am I supposed to step with nothing but sheer brutality against a fucking poster boy for homosexuality? Nobody talks about their opponent's dicks more than good old Uncle Gravity. Your dick is so small it couldn't even fill a fucking cavity, and your wife Wow! Your dick is so small it couldn't even fill a fucking cavity, and your wife is so ugly the bitch looks like a manatee. Is it true that she calls you microgravity? You know? Because you're soft and you have a small fucking dick. Well, less of a dick and more like a slightly oversized clit. You got a lot of battles, but I did not bother watching them all. I'm gonna be honest, I just skipped to the end and hear the judges call. Some of your battles, you start choking, sip your drink to stall. Since you're changing genders, you should call yourself Autumn. Just like Gravity, you always fall. Yes! Talking shit to me is like talking shit to an edible. Shortly after you do this, bitch, I'll turn you to a vegetable. So you need to bike your lanky ass home, because the only scrawny white boy we want here is Sharon. Bro, I want you straight up get that Hadouken from Luke Nukem. Even watching my battle with Blazing Jay was less gruesome. You got that baby powder slap like Will Smith did to Chris Rock. Well, now you know what it feels like being slapped in the face by something other than a cock. Hold on. Let me talk. Bro, I will Will Smith smack the fucking pigmentation into you just to help you achieve your dream of having a man of color say you're my word to you. And if you say you didn't feel awkward saying that to Ulysses, I won't fucking buy it. But at least this way you don't need it to become a gender for you to identify by it.
What the Yo, down! Super masculine Uncle Gravity, John Wayne himself, back in the saddle. Actually, Patrick told me if I identified as Auntie Gravity, we'd get a grant for this battle. Yo, and when you first showed up, I thought, for real, man, she's small. Did we hire a dwarf prostitute to make Phil Can seem tall? And then they booked Bartone. And I was like, did they get the dwarf to do amateur porn? But despite how bad you performed, an almost classic battle was born. Now, fun fact, his original price was a virgin, but we haggled and got him for less. And Reba practically showed up to that battle in a corsage and a dress.
Bartone knows what's up.
Now, Uncle Gravity's been around, so I look a gift whores in the mouth. And your punches are like your baby battlers. They're no good if you're just forcing them out. By which I mean, you could have aborted half the kids in the scene. Ah, fuck it. Fuck that bar. No. I mean, sure, Lil Ma's been killing rappers, but not like an enormous amount. I've killed way more, there's no doubt. And your abortions don't count. Like your punches, they're no good if you're just forcing them out. Now, I forgot the rest of this round, but I happen to know a bunch of shit that rhymes with Reba Samard. So we'll start with she's a retard. The feeblest mark. For me, battling an inflatable doll would be equally hard. I think if we looked at you under a black light, a blinding incandescent beacon would spark. And when you choke on a battle, it sounds like a porn choke combined with the coughs of people with SARS. Time.
Let's go, Ma.
Bro, talking about my sex life is something you don't want to do. In the past 7 years, I have fucked more chicks than you.
Suck that bisexual shit, Ma.
The only thing I can give you credit for is being a good dad, except for MBS. You sure fucked that kid up bad. You're here battling me when you could be at home fucking your wife, and just the thought of that is sad. When she found out that you ditched her to set the date tonight with another girl, was she actually mad? You know, I was gonna tell your girl about her date tonight. She was gonna leave you, then what you gonna do? I'm gonna have that bitch walking around my place looking like Winnie the Pooh. Nah, never mind. Nah, never mind. I wouldn't touch that musty ass after she's been with you. Your dick probably looks like dried up white dog poo. You are so old, you probably have a moldy dick. Every time you nut, you're just blowing dust in your chick. And the only reason you were happy slapping Grimace with the fish is you wanted someone to know what it feels like every time you were down on your bitch.
Wow.
And speaking of bitch, you look like the kind of guy who sits 20p. You look like the kind of guy who likes to eat corn vertically. You look like... You look like the kind of guy who sits 20p. You look like the kind of guy who likes to eat corn vertically. You look like the kind of guy whose wife abuses him verbally and then he runs to the cops like, help me, my wife is hurting me. Yeah, just because you've been battling for a while does not mean that you're good. And just because you've been battling for a while does not mean that you still should. The way that you touch your nephews is not considered love. You're that uncle that every nephew is petrified of. I should have brought that doll back to ask MBS, son, where did gravity touch you? Son, that is not how an uncle is supposed to show that he loves you.
Talk to him. God damn it.
You are so nice. You like to give Dutch rudders to your brothers. You're so nice, like MBS, you let your best buddies knock up your baby's mothers. They jumped on that grenade, best buddies through hella high waters, but we all know Corms and Teddy are really your sons and daughters' fathers.
Let's go.
And we're homies though, so you can't get mad at me, because that's the real reason why we call you Uncle Gravity.
Let's go. Let's go.
something word, something.
I like the angle, but we don't get any Lil Ma battles without a little dick. You fucking hypocrite.
It's still bigger than yours.
Now, battle rap's just a game, but it's cheaper than therapy, so she's off her meds. And if we drank, Each time she channels trauma up here, we'd all be dead. Now, if CRB is family, I know her. She'd probably even say Uncle Gravity supports her. But how many selfies can someone post before it's narcissistic personality disorder? I'm asking for a friend.
Not enough.
Fuck, I'm kidding. I'm asking for you. Because I'm concerned, but I'm too petty to actually lose. And your picks are like the battles you do. All weird angles you choose. Because if I took a pick like this, you'd look like an ant by my shoes. That's called forced perspective, you little hobbit ratchet. Oh no, she's out of pocket now, and Polly's batshit. I mean, God, you're short, bro. What the hell?
Told you so.
You cannot reach your upper shelves. I've known taller toddlers, puppies, elves, and I'm a height supremacist. So go fuck yourself.
Let's go!
Sips his drink.
Yeah, sips his drink.
Like I said.
So go fuck yourself.
Say it again!
One more time.
Say it again!
Hold it down in the back!
Perfect.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, what?
Hold on. It's sitting around somewhere.
Apparently not.
Your drink.
That hole on the north side.
Fucking just don't look at my fucking third round. Fucking have to.
For 3, buy some time with a haymaker, and then look.
Good, child.
We quieted down those good people.
Stop proving it right.
I know, right? I had their attention and everything, and then I just squandered it.
Ever
You're
gonna shut the fuck up?
Oh, and I might have liked you back when you were meek and talentless, with your mouth full of cavities and your knees with calluses. But now, she's so toxic, all her ex-lovers are gonna need dialysis and see her sitting on their chest during sleep paralysis. She's a psycho ex. Never met a man who was glad that he met her. They crush her and dump her, but she comes back like the shredder. So, do I have to respect her? My new strategy's better. I'll be a national treasure when I identify as a bitch and easily smash all your records. And you used to suck at this. How you got so much better, not even Uncle Gravity knows. Maybe she's a succubus who sucks a little bit of talent out of every rapper she blows. She's not a battler. I said, she's not a battler. She just turns into a wolf on a lunar cycle like PMX. Bitch, if your pussy was a character in Big Mouth, it would be voiced by DMX. Stop! Drop! Shut her down, close up that twat. No! That's where muff divers go. You go down on her, you're honorary rough rider. Muff diver. Time.